new episode of In Real Life Podcast. Today I got a special guest. I call him Jario. Yeah. Well, if you knew, you knew. I don't know which one he is today, so I'm going to call him Jario.
Damn it.
Today we're going to talk about wrestling. We both big fans of wrestling. Since the day, I think Coco Beware is the original Birdman, fuck baby.
Right.
I've been a fan of wrestling since the 80s. That's how I got my name, from JANENTI.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I don't want to get hit through no goddamn glass
barbershop.
Yeah. That's why I get cut in the garage now. I can't be in the barbershops. But when you start wrestling?
Shit, I think I went to my first thing when I was like 3 years old. But my first like memory of watching the shit is WrestleMania 6, the Hogan Warrior. That's like the first vivid thing in my head is that shit, that whole event. Like my uncle always took me to the Cow Palace.
Oh yeah,
they used to come to Cow Palace like 3-4 times a year.
Yeah, I used to go Cow Palace or San Jose. I watch what's that? Not Stone Cold, Big Boss Man versus The Rock at Cow Palace. I don't know why the hell that was the main event. Who the hell wanna have Big Boss Man as the main event? But it worked out. I almost grabbed the elbow pad. I was in the front row.
Damn. I didn't get that close until recently. Now I got my son, so we on the floor, we front row, we going to pay-per-views and shit. Like, I do all the shit I didn't get to do when I was little.
Cow Palace was front row, but when I'm in San Jose, tickets is a little expensive, so I was in the nosebleed. Yeah. Listening to that loud ass ring, that shit hella loud.
That's the funny part. Now I'm going to San Jose to watch it. I'm on the floor. Like, we sat on the floor for Raw with the fucking screen right behind us and shit. That shit was tight.
Okay. So who was your first wrestler that you liked?
Hulk Hogan. Hulkamaniac from day one. Then I was fucking with Ultimate Warrior. Then Bret Hitman Hart, and then Shawn Michaels. Then I didn't. When the Attitude situation came, I still thought it was hella real, right? So I was mad at Stone Cold, so I couldn't be a Stone Cold fan because the last thing Shawn Michaels did was lose to him. So I was on the Rock side.
Was that the Mike Tyson one?
Yeah. I didn't know he was like a real injury. I thought Stone Cold took him out, so I couldn't fuck with Austin at all.
That's crazy. Yeah, I think mine was I wasn't really a Hogan fan. I was more Ultimate Warrior. Yeah. He was so live to me.
He was crazy. I got face painted for like Ultimate Warrior every time we went to Marine World, but for Halloween for like 4 or 5 years straight, Hulk Hogan. My uncles on my dad's side called me Johnny Hogan. Like, it's all #1 Hulkamaniac.
Yeah, I had a Warrior, and then back then I had a tag team. You probably will never guess the tag team that I was a fan of. First tag team I was a fan of was Harlem Knights, Booker T and Stevie Ray. Hey, back then I wanted to go to Harlem so bad.
I feel it.
That was before he was real animated. Because now he was just get you sucking and getting beat up in grocery stores and shit.
Right. Hey, you know what team I fucked with was Demolition.
Demolition,
man. Them boys was dope. I didn't care about Legion of Doom. I didn't fuck with everybody else. Demolition and the Rockers.
I couldn't really deal with them because they didn't really have no moves for me.
Oh, that's my shit. They were just brute, beat your ass.
I was more Legion of Doom with that clothesline up when you had them on the shoulders.
Hey, they ill. I just wanted the shoulder pass though.
But you know, I used to watch back in the day that I'm more a fan. I don't even know there was a tag team, but they all used to wrestle together, and that shit used to be crazy. What was it? Cactus Jack and Abdullah?
Oh, yeah.
Need to put them in that electric chair. And just
Yo, so now I got the network, bro. I'll just pick one brand of a show and just watch it for hella years straight. So I did Halloween Havoc for like 8 years straight. And I watched that Abdullah the Butcher one where they fucking electrocuted his ass.
Yeah, that was classic.
I just watched that recently, man. That's crazy.
And I watch that shit now. It's like, damn, how the hell did Abdullah get in the ring? He was hella like unhealthy. He didn't look like a wrestler at all.
Man, the cats, and the stuff they talk about now, like
he just left Golden Corral.
Bro, they had to send Yokozuna to motherfucking Weight Watchers and sent them to just like, the shit was crazy. It's amazing how they were still getting in and doing that shit.
Yokozuna gotta be the most overrated champion to me ever.
Yeah?
He was just a bonsai guy.
That shit was ill, man. I didn't want that to happen to me, bro. That's what I said.
I mean, you can hit with that. You going? That's the only thing I can see. That's the only thing I can see why he would win, because when you drop that,
shit,
ain't no shoulder up on that one.
Bro, it's done. Yeah, bro. So you more of a Hitman fan than I am. When they had them set up as Brett versus Yokozuna, you wasn't worried? Because I was scared shitless. I was like, man, they gonna take the belt off this boy.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That was the first time I thought wrestling was fake, because I'm like, how in the hell he put them in that sharpshooter?
Oh, yeah, them legs wasn't moving, man. He couldn't get that shit on.
That was the first time I was like, this shit ain't real, man. Because how in the hell first of all, how you connect them legs, and two, how you turn them around?
Cross it, nah.
Yeah, you might, because nowadays a lot of wrestlers got what's that? 2 moves.
Yeah, you gotta have 2 moves.
2 moves. Back then, there really wasn't no 2 moves.
Mm-mm.
It was kind of a signature, or it would be like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like they would do something for the crowd, like Goldberg before the like after the spear.
Yeah, the setup.
The setup. Yeah, they were like, okay, something coming.
Yeah.
I think probably Goldberg was the first one to do that shit. Like he hit them with the spear, and then something else is coming.
Yeah. No, you know who it was? Jake the Snake used to do this little that clothesline. He pulling back clothesline, and it throws. That mean the shit coming, or it's coming after Hogan do the big boot.
Yeah, Hogan do the big boot, or Macho Man point air in the sky.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, and then you see somebody like fucking what's that? A shooter in the crowd somewhere in the balcony. He pointing talking about.
Yes, yeah, that's the only way it's gonna stop it, because it's a wrap now.
Yeah, I used to watch WCW back in the day. I liked WCW before the NWO.
I liked them, but I don't know what it was. I mean, I couldn't figure out what time it really came on.
Yeah.
So I couldn't watch it faithfully. I just knew I had to look for it and try to find it.
There's a wrestler I'm thinking about right now. His name was, I think, Dan Malenko.
Dean Malenko.
Dean Malenko. We had what we called the 4-leaf clover.
The cloverleaf, that shit dope.
Yeah, that was.
I put Sky in it all the time.
Oh yeah, you're a horrible father. Oh, you're a horrible father for that.
That's the first, man. Hey, he was born 2 months before the network came out.
I put Chris in the Walls of Jericho.
Hey, my brother used to put me in the fucking Steiner recliner and the crippled crossface.
Chris one time, Chris time one of months time had me pass out on the camel clutch, and he even know I passed out. He just had me in the motherfucker for like 2 minutes, cause you can't see, No, ain't no ref, so you can't see. I really went to sleep.
Chris got me. We had it was at least 6 of us in my room. It was like 18. It's like 6 of us in my room. I'm power bombing everybody. I'm choke slamming foes. I'm pumped. I do the roar and I turn around. Wow. Super kick me into the fucking closet. Chris got me good.
Oh yeah, he got my cousin good.
Chris got me good.
He got my cousin Troy like that, cause
I turned around, wow! I got up, choke slammed his ass.
My cousin Troy, he got my cousin Troy like that. We was saying, and hopefully,
sneaky bastard.
And he, Troy, speared him into a table, and Chris went down, hella crying and shit, and Troy was laughing. And then once Chris got up, he sweet chin the shit out of Troy. Like, oh yeah, this shit is real. This shit is real. One time, my cousin cause we were playing in our room, and we had the bed, and then I wouldn't even say foot, like a few inches away from the bed was the wood, and he was like, I'm about to tombstone Chris on his bed.
Oh shit!
And he literally missed the whole bed, and all you heard was doom. Ooh. Chris cried for 3 years for that.
Man. 3 years. My cousin got tombstone at the park on the cement. Bruh, it's one of the ones, cousin knew he was in trouble, so he fucking trying to get him up. No, you trying to make sure. I'm like, nah, you about to get in trouble. You wasn't supposed to do no stupid shit like that.
Yeah. Nah, the first fucked up real move I see on the cement, a kid was trying to impersonate and do. I see my little cousin hit this one kid with a pedigree in the cement. Ooh. And that's worse because your face is...
Ooh.
Hit him with a pedigree.
Oh, yeah, pedigree, cold-blooded.
What do you think one of the best wrestling moves of all time?
Pedigree's up there. My personal favorite is the Diamond Cutter, RKO, whoever you want to put it on. That's my shit.
I was just watching that match the other day. I YouTubed that match with him and Goldberg.
Yeah.
And Goldberg.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's one of my all-time favorite matches when Goldberg put him up and then he reversed it and put him in the diamond cutter.
Yeah.
Goldberg won that match though, but he shouldn't have got out that diamond cutter.
Yeah.
That's that wrestling move though. You know, you want whatever move you do, if they down for 10, 20 seconds more, they kick it out. They kick it out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's my shit though. I just watched that one too. That was Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, see, they had that real good movie back then.
Man, dude, I'm telling you, that network, I got it. I've been a subscriber since day one. I got a brand new son. I'm just holding him in my arm like a football, watching everything. I was watching WrestleMania from 1 up to, that was 30 at the time, all the way up to when they was out here in Santa Clara.
Yeah, we used to have everybody at the house. That was like cause you know WrestleMania was like for kids. It's like Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday for adults and shit.
Hell yeah.
And when we order on pay-per-view, and then we'll have everybody come out of the house and 1,000,001 bikes in my front yard and everybody in there, popcorn, screaming. I don't really even think people had back then it wasn't really a diverse selection of people that we didn't like. So everybody was like always cheering for like the right person and shit.
Yeah.
Cause I think it was like maybe Stone Cold was like the first bad guy, good guy that you didn't like.
Yeah, it's the first time it got iffy.
Yeah, like I don't know if he was on the good side, should I root for him or should I not? But the way he whooping that ass and he don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that was my grandma's favorite. That's why I didn't get to watch it with no other people because she didn't like nobody.
Oh, okay.
She had the scrambler box at her crib, so we watched it for free, but couldn't nobody come. So it was just me and her all the time. So, and nobody really fucked with it like I did. Like, nobody watched it like I did when I was in Frisco. So it's like, now that I'm with y'all talking, I'm like, damn, y'all was watching it too? Like, shit, that's why.
Oh, everybody. I put on Facebook, I said, I don't know no kid that never watched wrestling when they was younger. Everybody watched this shit, man.
Yeah, so it was just me, my brother, and my grandma. That was it. So they knew every time they did something, every time they got close. Because it was one time we was watching, was it Super Brawl? We watching Super Brawl on pay-per-view, but it's at the Cow Palace. And my mom was like, she saw my face. She was like, come on, man. So we got in the car, drove to the Cow Palace. She let me do some dude stepped out with a stamp on. She let me rub hands on him, get the stamp, just so I can go in and buy some shit. And come back out and then go back home and finish watching it.
Man, that's crazy.
I'm like, because I was crushed. It's the first time where it's at the Cow Palace and I'm not going inside. I was hurt. I was like, man, this don't happen. I go to all of these. So she was like, let me at least let you go get a t-shirt. So I bought the DDP, his hands like this. And it's the blue diamond in the background. And then I bought the red NWO and the white NWO.
Speaking of that, the blue hand, I remember DDP tried to sue Jay-Z over that shit.
Man.
Talking about, you can't sue over no hand gesture.
Hell no.
You know what's crazy? When you watch wrestling a long time, you notice that one person probably been at least 2 or 5 characters in their career. Dude. Like what's his name? Godfather?
Yeah.
Was he like Papa Shango?
Yeah.
And he went from Godfather, then he was on the Nation.
Yeah. It was Kama.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was with Ted DiBiase. He was everybody, man. It's like even Undertaker.
Yeah, he went there.
They got him in WCW.
Yeah.
Some other shit. I was like, who the fuck?
Kane was a wrestler before that.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
He was Stone Cold. He was in WCW, Stunning Steve Austin with the ponytail and shit.
Yep. I remember that. I like Stunning Steve. Him and Brian Pillman.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
We always say rest in peace to everybody. I don't even gonna say that because I might have to say that about everybody.
Man. It's deep. Yeah, but I know, but it's like almost our whole childhood. Man.
I would like to see Andre the Giant with Yokozuna though. That shit looked like probably the real shit.
That'd have been crazy. Did you watch the Andre the Giant documentary?
Nah, I didn't.
That was the shit. I had Javon watch it. She started crying.
Why is that? That shit a little emotional?
Oh yeah, because everybody that was in it, they was having such fond, memories about him. They couldn't help but cry while they was talking about him. Every single person that came on there, Hogan, Vince, they had Bobby Heenan on there. Just everybody they talked about. They had dudes that was just paid just to be there to help them out with shit, because they would still had them flying on. Still had him flying on commercial flights and shit where he can't fit. Dude was legit 7'5" or something like that. Humongous.
I was watching Vlad TV the other day, and they had some manager on there. I forgot what he was doing. He said he was WW and he would try to put Master P on.
Yeah.
Damn.
Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when they was there?
Yeah, I remember after P was there.
Yeah. That's when they did the whole No Limit Soldier shit.
He was like an older, short black guy, bald headed, but he wasn't Virgil.
It's probably Teddy Long then.
Teddy Long.
Yeah.
He said he messed with Goldust's wife.
Oh, that was New Jack crazy.
Yeah, New Jack.
ECW.
Yeah, New Jack. He said, oh, that girl was his name Sable?
No, it was Marlena.
Oh, the Marlena?
Yeah, Goldust woman. Yeah.
Yeah, he said Marlena was wild, man. She's trying to invite me over when talking about, hey, want to come over? Goldust here too.
Yeah, he got a whole thing, bro. That's a whole interview you got to watch with that cat. And they got pictures of everything. She got bloodied up and all this. Man, yeah, she got some. Them women got some wild stories.
Yeah, a lot of them. What's that? You used to watch with Shawn Michaels. Was it Sonny?
Yep.
Yeah, he said she had
Now she in porn.
She in porn.
She got a porn, bro. She got into the WWE Hall of Fame. She sold her ring.
So she in porn, China in porn.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Shit, I mean, if they wasn't in porn, and the good ones did the Playboy.
Oh, Playboy was a golden thing back in the day.
Do they even exist now?
Shouldn't. Shouldn't. Fucking Instagram and all this shit.
Man.
Ain't nobody buying the magazines.
That's comedy.
$10 for 3 pictures. Nah. Yeah, wrestling was golden era was still the Attitude Era though with Rock and the Stone Cold.
Yeah, that shit took over. That shit took over.
And the way the Rock sold that goddamn stunner. Ain't asking the man to make that many backflips.
Bro, he said they used to have competitions in the back. They used to bet on who could sell it the best. And he always say, all right, I'm gonna do it. Rock a fool.
Yeah, that was probably one of my best rivalries, the Rock and Stone Cold. Because they would just go out the way. Stone Cold, he don't care. He come around with beat your ass in the grocery store. He run over Vince in the limo.
Yeah. Oh, man.
He come to the ring with the beer truck.
Nah, remember when he pointed the gun at Vince, made a piss on himself in the middle of the ring?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, what about when he hit Vince McMahon with the piss pot?
Oh, shit, yeah, with the belt. Oh, shit. And they threw the belt in the river.
Yeah.
They was doing some wild shit, man. Yeah, the Attitude Era was crazy. That's what gave us that's what started giving us the best video game. The game was called Attitude. Like, that shit was dope.
Yeah,
that whole era went crazy.
Yeah, that was the first. Did that game even have an interest to that game?
Yeah, it was the regular thing that they played before every show that came on. That's that would have a big symbol come up. That shit was
so Attitude was the first game. I thought maybe it was WCW versus the World.
No, the one before that was Warzone. And then they had the games on Sega and stuff, like Raw's War and remember In Your House on PlayStation.
In Your House, damn! I forgot about that. You're gonna make me Google that shit. Oh, you gonna make me Google that shit. But the first
WrestleMania, the arcade game. Yeah, it's hella game.
WrestleMania arcade game. That's the first game I played. I played in the fucking Antioch at a Pocket Change. And I used to whoop everybody's ass in that shit. Yeah, my mama got mad at me because I told Chris that what game over means because he kept playing and shit, not knowing that he not playing.
Little brothers, man. I used to run with controller wasn't plugged in.
I used to run with fucking Earthquake on that game.
Earthquake,
and I don't know if Typhoon was playing. In wrestling around that time. I think it was just Earthquake.
Yeah, that was just him. WrestleMania arcade game. I just had I always use Undertaker for everything. Him and Yokozuna, they was just cheating. You couldn't beat them.
Yeah, you said what was the game again? You said House.
In Your House.
In Your House.
Yeah, I was on PlayStation.
You might have texted me that because I just might forget about that.
Yeah, I was on PlayStation. I got you.
I might just go. I might get this income tax and stimulus check and just buy a system and then buy only wrestling games for that whole system. Because they had them all, I think.
Well, I got the best one left. I purchased the Nintendo 64 just so I could have No Mercy.
No Mercy is a top game.
That's the
best storyline ever.
Man, I can't even front. So my brother had Nintendo and I had PlayStation. That's the same year SmackDown 2 came out. That's the one Know Your Role, right?
Yeah.
So they both came out, and that's the best SmackDown that was there. That year was just the best 2 games. But I'm trying to play my shit on my TV, and I'm liking it. But on the other one, he having way too much fun on No Mercy. I'm like, but that shit look dope. So we started doing shit together. Like you said, the storylines was dope. You can go 5 different directions for every single thing. That shit was dope.
Yeah, that's why I kind of stopped playing video games after that shit, because it was like, why y'all just can't fucking do the storyline? Like, after that shit, it was like one storyline and it was over. But other one I like game too was a WCW game. It was like WCW versus the World after that one.
Oh, no,
Revenge.
Yeah,
Revenge was.
That's when they started doing good, because that's the same company. So when WWE took the company that was doing Revenge, that's when they made No Mercy and they did WrestleMania 2000. But that's the company that was making the best games. Cause even cause what was it, on PlayStation they had WCW Thunder and Nitro.
Yeah.
Them games was fly. I don't fuck with nobody. Said them games was fly as hell.
I might tell you the best wrestling game that wasn't even wrestling.
Which one?
Def Jam Vendetta.
Bruh, Fight for New York?
Oh my God.
Whew.
That was
Classics, both of them.
Classic.
Both of them, yeah, because the first one was actually in a ring.
Yeah, that was
so that was tight.
Def Jam Vendetta was part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vendetta 1, and then Fight for New York was 2. That shit was fly.
I was snooping in the office every time.
That shit was tight.
3 was so trash. So they give everybody the same fucking move.
Icon.
Everybody the same fucking move. You 40, Snoop, IQ, whoever. Everybody got the same fucking move.
They rushed it out for the PS3, and then they couldn't get no contract again. We lost all faith in them. But I run it back if they make a new one for the 5. I'm down.
Oh, I'm down.
They got my money for sure. I pay for it.
But I ain't gonna lie, you gonna be my test run. I'm just you get my test run for the past wrestling game, because I don't want to. I'm like, is it worth it? I think last time it was so trash. I bought it and then you refunded my money back because you felt I was cheated.
It was weak. That icon was horrible. Like the first time you played, it was like cool, and then it was like the longer you played, it was like that's it. Like I had more fun with the story part of it, where you had to sell records and shit. Like your first artist, like I had to sign T.I. and then release his singles and sell them and make money from that shit. Like that part of it was tight to me. So I was like, I didn't really give a fuck about the gameplay no more.
You know who had a good ass fucking move on WCW on the game, but not in real life? Scott Steiner.
Oh, the Steiner recliner. No, the screwdriver.
The screwdriver, because he didn't never do that screwdriver in real life. It was
I want to say he did it like 2 or 3 times on pay-per-view.
Oh, I ain't see that, because I ain't seen him in the game.
Yeah, I want to say he did it like 2 or 3 times.
Because you can take people's moves and shit. I used to take that shit.
Yeah, I want to say it was like 2 or 3 times. He didn't do it a lot though.
When you make your created player, how do you make your player?
For which one?
For any games, when you create a player, what's your the way you make your player? 'Cause like me, Chris used to get mad at me fucking because I will always have a bald guy with face paint, or you have dreads with face paint and then no shirt on with hella tattoos.
I usually make it just a big ass jack dude. Like the hair depends on what the options is. Like they put cornrows on him recently, so I was like, cool, do that. Before they had dreads, I put dreads on it. I don't do the face paint. I did the face paint like the first 2 or 3 times I did SmackDown do it, because they just kept I kept doing Ultimate Warrior face, because I was like, can't help it. God, that's the greatest face paint ever.
My cousin used to I guess you can say it right now, it's kind of like motherfuckers be doing with the 2K on YouTube. Mm-hmm. They go in there and find something, make something. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't on YouTube back then, so he would go online like AOL and I guess it was a cheat sheet to show players how they look. So he would always make a Mr. Perfect. But this motherfucker look just like it though. Mr. Perfect to Tatanka.
Man.
Bobby Heenan, all that shit. And he was looking like, damn, motherfucker look really real. Like how they look in like real life, because he got their same uniform and the same hair and all that shit.
Yeah, when it comes to that stuff, I always go search, like on 2K, the one now, I just go and look and see what people made, and I just download it, because you can share them that way.
Yeah, but I'm saying that back then it wasn't that.
Back then,
that's how he made his players.
That took dedication, because I'll be like...
And my wrestling move was always either like the stunner or some neck-breaking move, or I would spit like blood in your face for my finisher.
Bro, we came a long way, because right now, the move I always use, it sets him up in the corner, and he comes out, and he does a flip into a DDT. It's just dope.
What do you think is the most disrespectful move, or just like disrespectful / nasty move in wrestling?
Probably that. You know what, that Diesel powerbomb, because he didn't follow through. He just picked you up and then let you drop. To the point where the shit I be listening to, it was wrestlers that did not want to fuck with him and take that move. They'll work it out, and the end they be in the back, like, okay, hey, you supposed to lose the Diesel. And he's like, yo, I ain't taking that fucking powerbomb, though.
Oh, yeah, he did just split you in the air and just fall, right?
As soon as you get up, he just let go. He wouldn't follow through and safely put you down.
Called jackknife?
The jackknife.
Yeah, jackknife, that was crucial.
Yeah.
One of the nastiest moves to me, though, was that fucking Rikishi shit, man.
Oh, the stink fan?
Oh, man, I don't know how
We got a hit. We got a hit. Well, shit, while we on that one, you got to talk about the Bronco Buster. That boy X-Pac covered is jumping, landing his balls in your face, and then bouncing up and down.
That was.
You got to hit it to that one too.
Yeah, they call him pause pop. Yeah, that was a lot of pausing right there. And they supposed to move that to the ladies. You don't do that to the, you know.
Man. Oh yeah, when the girls started doing it, I was like, oh, I sign up for that one all day long. That's wonderful. It's hella funny because even the commentator said that shit. Like Jerry Lawler would see the girl set up for it. He was like, oh shit, I'll trade places whenever any time. This nigga's hella funny.
Who was your best female wrestler? Your female wrestler of all time?
China.
China cheated.
China, no doubt.
China cheated.
Okay, well, I'll pick a regular one, a regular female, and it's Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus.
Bad.
I like Sable.
Bad. I couldn't stand Sable's voice, though. When they gave her the microphone,
yeah.
Whew. I couldn't stand it.
What Colin used to look? She really looked like she was scary. Macho Man chick.
Oh, Sherry?
Was Scary Sherry?
Yeah.
Sensational Sherry first?
Everything. Sensational Sherry, Scary Sherry, Sister Sherry.
Well, that man went through his choice of women really changed from going Miss Elizabeth.
Hey, at that time, you'd already been. Miss Elizabeth was the queen of everything, bro. What else you gonna do?
I mean, I'm just talking about, you look like the classy to the like, I don't even know.
That's what it is. You overcorrect. You know you can't get this again, so you just say fuck it, go all the way to the other end, get something else.
I said probably the nastiest wrestler ever was Mark Henry messing with them old ass grannies. Well,
Mark Henry did. I can't believe he did that shit.
Yeah, 2 of them.
But the show I be listening to is Bruce Pritchard, and he be telling the backstory of how they got to that shit. And Vince McMahon thought that shit was so fucking funny to have her give birth to a hand. Like, none of it made sense. He's like, dude, he said Vince thought it was fucking hilarious, so we did it. It's like, bro, you trip, you listen to that kind of shit, you trip like, bro, Vince really just one of us. They always say he out of touch and he don't know what's going on with the shit. But that nigga really just one of us. He was really back there watching.
Yeah.
He was laughing and shit.
Hey, who's the wrestler you think never got their full potential? Like you wanted to see more?
Man, there's too many of them. There's a lot of them where I was, okay, he's gonna be tight. Like Ahmed Johnson, when he came out, he was supposed to be ill. Then he got injured and he couldn't keep the weight down. He fucked up his whole shit. He was tight. Shit, even Ultimate Warrior. He was supposed to be so much more. That shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as he got the belt, he started fucking up.
Yeah.
Man, like, who else? Shit, Mr. Perfect.
Kurt Hennig, huh?
Yeah, man. I ain't give a fuck if he was good or bad.
Kurt Hennig make everybody want to throw that gum and hit.
I did that shit all the time.
You grabbing the towel. You grabbing the towel.
All the time.
And you going to get some Winter Fresh or some Bubble Yum.
I couldn't wait for my gum to lose flavor. I couldn't wait for my gum to lose flavor.
You had paper towel. You had something. you after Kurt Hennig, it wasn't just.
You fucking with a boss. You're damn right. You're damn right. You fucking with a boss. You're damn right. You're damn right. I said you fucking with a boss. You're damn